We return with our Lesley Stump on day 101. A new era rolls out in front of him. Deep in the heart of Louisville's industry district and covered in burn scars, will he venture further and deeper into the heart of the ruined city, or will our little Les flee to the countryside, or even find a place to settle down? Join me for another 100 days with Lesley Stump. To Nomad or not to Nomad? That is the question. A lovely windy day to get us started. So it begins. Lesley still has a bit of a limp after setting himself on fire, twice, so he begins slowly, taking the trek further into the industry district, zombie by zombie. He encounters a stalker nomad zombie, claims the prize, cheese, then heads out to do some foraging for this evening's dinner. What's that? He returns to the RV, pockets full of garlic and eggs and various other creepy crawlies that he won't eat. They are for fishing later on. Lesley eats so much spaghetti his tummy hurts, does some organisation, and heads out for a little late night foraging. It's going to be winter soon, which means Lesley needs to stuff his pockets with vegetables and other wild delights. Lesley finds absolutely nothing, because it's basically dark outside, so he heads back to the RV and falls asleep. It's cold. It's a little chilly out on day 102, so Lesley pulls on a lovely new turtleneck and then jumps behind the wheel of Rod to drive further into Louisville. He stops where he'd previously set himself on fire and takes out some revenge on the zombs. Lesley has no clue what any of the buildings are here, and he wonders if it's even worth his time clearing these dead freaks out. Lesley's no expert. How are you, Lesley? He fights until his spear breaks, eats some bolognese for lunch, then crafts a baseball bat with nails stuck in it. The building is, as Lesley presumed, largely empty and useless for a technically illiterate ape like Lesley Stump, and he drives down the road to kill more zombies with his big stick. Ho 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 ho! Lesley. Home runs, baby, home runs. Les investigates a shipping warehouse and finds very little inside. Empty, mostly empty boxes. One bottle of white wine. It is curious, though. Curious. Newton Freight Warehouse. Now that sounds intriguing. Wow. The motherlode. Yes, I do like choco cakes. Chocolate and peanuts. Yes, I do like chocolate and peanuts. Don't you, Lesley? Yeah, you're a big fan. We found El Dorado, a warehouse full of chocolate and screws and all things nice and lovely. Lesley is in Zomboid heaven. It makes the burns to his face, neck, back, legs, arms and head completely worth it. Tennis rackets. Oh, fortunately Lesley doesn't have anyone to play tennis with. Poor boy. Wow, that's a lot of orange soda and pop. Well, your teeth are going to fall out, Lesley. I don't think he owns a toothbrush. His mouth must be absolutely minging. Things do get a little hectic for a second though, and pretty scary. There's an alarm going off somewhere. Kind of eerie. Okay. Few zombies. Stay calm. Stay calm. Nice one, Lesley. You're an absolute monster, mate. Oof. Cold-blooded killer. Put your top on, mister. Let's get out of here. Lesley returns to the RV in one piece. Ah, home sweet RV. Be nice to get some of this stuff in the cupboards. Les. Stuff it in there, Lesley. Stuff it in there. That's it. Get those peas in there. Before bed, Lesley takes all his clothes off and puts on a very scandalous set of women's bunny lingerie. We don't ask questions. Okay, Lesley. You look... Well, Lesley, I think that you look adorable. Give yourself a little wash. Oh dear. Look at that little tushy. Right, now let's put your clothes on. Or you freeze to death, Les. Don't what the hell that is. Centipede, man. No, thank you. Lesley hates centipedes. Specifically, his least favourite insect. Lesley begins day 103 by foraging and shouting at ugly bugs. In fact, he gets up to all sorts of nonsense with the bugs. A snail. Yup. Lesley loves snails. He likes to put them on his stomach. He likes to put them on his face. Yes, he's going to put the snail on his face, I think. He sits on the floor and plays with his new snail. Oh, we can eat it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We don't eat snails here. Snails live on the bed with Lesley. Yes. Slimy little guy. Then it's off out to explore some nearby mansions. We only find one thing that's decent. Here it is. Make fishing rod. Yes! And we run into a couple of small problems. Oh my god, that made me jump. You prick. And then we find an interesting building that we're going to revisit another day. I'm going to come back here tomorrow, because I think that's a gun shop just there. Right, let's read our fishing magazine before bed. Learn how to craft a fishing rod, Lesley. We'll go fishing one day. There's you, me, and Mrs. Badger down by the river. Having a lovely old time, Les. How does that sound? Pretty good. Pretty good. Good morning, Lesley. Today we're going to raid that gun shop, okay? What does that mean? We do need our sledgehammer, though. He sets off very early in the morning while it's still dark and quickly gets surrounded by the undead. It doesn't help that one of Rod's eyes isn't working. Oh, one of Rod's thingies is... Oh, God. Just a few zombies here. Oh. Okay. This is one of the largest groups he's had to deal with for a while. But by the time the slaughter is finished, the sun is kissing the horizon, and Lesley is still in one piece. Oh, I've just realised I've been holding my balloon this whole time. Lesley fixes up Rod's eye and his big old trunk. The old boy is looking sleeker than ever, then clears out a few more zombies on the way to the gun shop. He bashes his way in with the sledgehammer and loots the building. Guns, ammo, goodies. When he gets back to the RV, he sticks the oven on, then appears to drag the skin of a human face over his bed. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Lesley, you love sleeping with this weird stuff, don't you? Just tuck that onion underneath the dolls. On day 104, Lesley makes his way down the road to the gas station. Beef jerky. Plonkies. Investigates yet another totally useless auto shop, and yes, just one more useless auto shop, this time featuring a horde of zombies. Oh boy. Nothing. Curse you, Jim. Ah, yes. Ready, prep. Army issues surplus. That's what I've been looking for. Yes, surplus. But booze shop first, then into the big boy. There's nothing crazy here, but Les still pulls up the RV to loot it entirely. He likes the drip, after all. There's a near disaster outside while putting stuff into the trailer. Oh, don't fast forward time when there's a zombie nearby. Go on, lie down. Go to sleep. Lesley begins day 106 with a bit of zombie slaughter, bashes his way into the surplus storeroom, many goodies, mostly ammo, then makes his way down to the pawn shop to see what treasures may lie inside. Just sit on our little seat here, relax. Pretend you're in your grandmother's house, Lesley. With the pawn shop looted, he did take that orange chair with him, by the way. He drives a little deeper into Louisville, and the zombies come out to play. Okay, well done, Lesley, well done. It is here, in the narrow, industrial alleyways of Louisville, that Lesley comes to his first great deep epiphany. Is it really worth it? Or should we just leave? I think it's time to go. That's too many zombies. It's time to get out of Louisville. It's been fun whilst it lasted, but honestly, Lesley can't deal with this. And so the Louisville experiment comes to an end. Lesley Stump wants to live. Louisville means death. On the way out, he tries one last time to loot a building, but... Oh my god, there's so many people, so many zombies in that chicken shop. And so he drives. He drives past the industrial buildings and the mansions and the river. Eventually he reaches the eerie safety of the military checkpoint, fenced in on all sides. Lesley Stump wants to live. so he stops for the night. Sure, let's stop here. Then Lesley just lies and thinks. And then he's going to lie down and he's going to go to sleep. And good morning. How are we doing today, Lesley? Feeling a little peckish? On day 107, in the pouring rain, Lesley makes his delicate way out of Louisville into the countryside. Just a tight squeeze here. Now, so we are down here. We could check out some of these, like this place down here. I'm kind of intrigued by it. So I'm going to go look at what that is. Despite just escaping danger, Lesley is a curious cat, so he begins the long trek to the area marked on the map. He's intrigued, curious, bemused, and he must be satiated. The journey is not without its issues, of course. Now, we did come here before. I remember this tiny little bridge. Oh! Terrible driving from Lesley. Driving too fast. Slipped in the rain, slid in the rain, in the mud. The problems just get worse as he approaches his target. Oh my good god. That is a huge horde of zombies. Oh my god. This place is littered with zombies. Quite a few zombies here, Lesley. Are you sure you want to get out of the car? Oh my goodness me. I'm not sure it's a good idea to get out of here. Lesley. I think we should stay firmly inside the vehicle. Yep. We are not engaging with that. That is just absurd. No sane man, and Lesley is still sane, would ever get out of the RV in that situation. Let's get out of here. Goodbye, Louisville. All your horribleness. I'm just not interested. Very wisely, Lesley retreats, and he spends the rest of the day by the river, picking vegetables, fishing with his new crafted fishing rod, and generally enjoying the peace and quiet after that shambling horde. I'm going to slice up this frog as well. Don't listen to its screeches. Lesley, what have you created? Stir fry with wild garlic with fish, frog. We call it stir fry a la river. Get some nice dirty little socks on the end of our bed as well. Perfect. Just another song about love. I need to be with you. Sorry, Lesley. Maybe one day we can find you a friend. Lesley's just going to spend the evening with Mrs. Badger, I think. I'm a nobody. I'm hidden. Wow, these are all so miserable. Okay. Well, with that cheery thought in his mind, Lesley's just going to go to sleep. On day 108, Lesley heads out early in the morning in the rain and dark, and it's no surprise there's almost another disaster on another bridge. Oh man, Lesley, you really got to stop doing that, buddy. It's fine. There's plenty of supplies here that we can use to fix her up. He hops out to pick up some leftover metal sheets, then hits the road again. Lesley stares into the cold, black water below him. 10 to 5 in the morning. Lesley drives into West Point and stops at a house for a lovely cold bath. Once he's out, he dyes his hair strawberry blonde, because why the hell not? Lesley, you look gorgeous. Looks nice. Can't really tell the difference, but... He takes Rod out into the countryside, then stops in the middle of nowhere to do a little bit of foraging in the rain, umbrella in hand. More mushrooms? Leek? Nice. Oh, it's sage, not leek. But sage is still good. Ah yes, a helicopter. Long time no see, friends. Don't mind me, I'm just a lonely little man looking for berries in the woods. The helicopter comes to pester him again. He sticks his middle finger up at them and keeps moving. He tries to do some temporary repairs to Rod, but the hood of the RV is totally ruined. We're going to need a new one. A bit further along the road, he finds a small campsite with some unlucky campers. He's a little tired, so he sits on the floor of the RV to watch the survival show and then falls asleep. There we go. Now he can sleep. Good night, Les. So the journey continues. Where is Lesley heading? You'll find out soon enough. He pulls up again to forage for bugs, which he needs to fish with. Another snail. Yes. Add it to our snail collection. Lesley loves snails. After making some lunch, some kind of beef, jerky, mushroom, dead bird, dead rabbit, snail dish. Oh no, wait, he didn't eat the snails. He heads back out onto the road, along the river. A quiet stretch, quite peaceful. Ow. Lesley's trying to smoke, crashed into a tree, fumbling for his cigarettes. Idiot. Keep going. Further up the road, he finds a delightful little fishing spot, so he whips out his massive rod and goes fishing. Once he's done, the fridge and freezer are now stuffed with fish, so he'll probably need to get his hands on a bigger one before winter properly sets in. He stops at a small farmhouse and spends the night there. Good night, Liz. Sweet dreams, buddy. He sets off early in the morning and makes excellent progress towards Riverside. Of course, Lesley just had to have one last little accident. Oh, that was a pretty big crash. Oops. He's distracted looking at the mansions longingly. Should be okay though. Just need to make it through town. We can just start doing repairs. Lesley cruises through Riverside and arrives at his destination. Ah yes, that old friend. The junkyard. The site of Lesley's future home, and more importantly, a gorgeous school bus. Okay, we made it to our target. Lesley spares no time at all and gets right to work. First off, Rod is in a bad shape, so he'll need repairs, and then he starts tinkering with the bus. Not fantastic. Imagine how much room there is for activities in here. It's a little bit tree-y, tree-ish, tree-esque in the yard, so he starts by chopping down some trees. He'll need the wood for a future wall anyway. He takes a quick rest, assesses what he needs for the bus, then starts gathering parts and dumping them on the front. We need a better battery, but we can just put Rod's battery in there. Don't listen, Rod. We need brakes. Oh then, just got a big pile of stuff. The thoughts of leaving Rod behind are making him very depressed again. Put this lacy bra on the bed next to snails. Put the snails in the bra. One each. Lesley thinks of abandoning Rod. He simply can't imagine it. He drinks a whole bottle of wine to try and sleep. Gonna be okay, Rod. Gonna be okay, Les. Rod won't mind. Drunkenly, and this is not recommended, Lesley checks out the truck outside and finds it in very good condition. It'll be the perfect vehicle to get around town in. Then he falls asleep, like a drunk little slug. Feeling a little hungover, it's back to business pimping out the school bus. Then he takes the new truck out to explore a little of the local area. Whoa, we are not used to this kind of speed. Clear out some of our neighbours. Okay, so first we're going to clear out all our neighbours. He spends pretty much the entire day killing zombies lingering around the nearby houses, looting a bit here and there, and generally getting settled into his new home. With some buildings cleared, he marks the area down on his map, including the name of his new base, Fort Margaret, the name of his late wife. Fort Margaret, named after his late, very dead, very zombified, very crinkly, wrinkly, stinky grey mummified wife. Then it's time for bed, again. He fills up the truck on day 112, investigates this tiny church, then hooks up this other car to the back of the truck. Both of them run pretty smoothly. He loots a bunch of the other buildings, marks them off the map as he goes, then returns to Fort Margaret with the two cars. Lie down in bed, have a smoke. Oh yeah, now that's good. That's the spirit. Lesley rises nice and early on day 113 and begins making plans for his future. What's next for Fort Margaret? What challenges await him over the next couple of weeks? Let's find out. Hello, Lesley. Lesley begins the day by talking to his new friend, David the Gnome. Of course. Nice. Hello, David. Yes. Yes, of course, David, I will. Straight away, David. Then it's off out into the neighbourhood to disassemble doors to acquire knobs and hinges. Yum, yum. He eats every door in every building like some sort of door-loving locust. You got any ketchup in here? Oh, yes, they do. Have a cigarette in the old ruined burger shack, my dear Les? Lesley marks off the areas he's covered and leaves a little note. He is now a man of organisation and careful note-taking. A new kind of Lesley. Evolved. We've been here before, Lesley thinks, as he smashes some more stuff up. Then he jumps back in the truck and heads back to the fort. He survived a very long time and doesn't want to die a sleepy man. Home sweet fort. He begins to make the first modifications to the junkyard, a simple wooden wall near the entrance. Then he realises he doesn't have enough carpentry skill to actually build a gate. This causes a problem now and will cause many problems in the future. Just chuck all the hinges and stuff on the floor, mate. He's up very early on day 114 and eats so much food he feels sick. And I guess some painkillers as well to eliminate the pain of eating too much food, Lesley, you fat bastard. Lesley is a man that can barely control his own impulses and has a very weak stomach. I have no idea how this man is still alive. While he waits for the pain to subside, he reads a book in Rod's humming belly. Then it's back out on an adventure in Riverside, in the world's shittest truck. Wow, this car is extremely unreliable. Come on. Okay, we got used to Rod being an absolute gem. Then Lesley realises how dumb he's been with the new fences. Total idiot. Oops. 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 It's a bit of a tight squeeze, isn't it? We're gonna have to rethink this. Build like an outer layer. Lesley drives to the local bar, he's been here before, and destroys every piece of furniture. Then sits on a lonely chair and remembers the old world. Chin up, Lesley. You're still alive, old boy. Sit on the only chair left. Smoke a cigarette. It's a metaphor for Lesley's life. He's the only man left in the bar being the universe. You poor little thing. Then it's back to the fort for lunch to put up a tent. Lovely, lovely. And a bit of organisation, shifting things from trailer to trailer. As he tries to leave, the fences are once again a total nightmare. You're a genius, Lesley. An engineering marvel. Yeah, we've got to think of a different way of doing this. I feel like my license plate is mocking me right now. Totally defeated, he smashes down the fences he built earlier, then puts up some new ones just outside, the start of the fort's gatehouse. He heads out for literally like 2 hours to clear some buildings, then drives back again. It's been a while since Lesley has lived a stagnant life, and he's not so great at organising his days yet. He'll get there though. Then it's time for sleep. Bowl of cooked beans, Lesley? Better when hot. Day 115 begins with beans. And he's in pain again. Lesley, you are the most infuriating little man. After a painful bean breakfast, it's time to explore again. He jumps in the truck and heads into town. But it is a little busy around here, so let's take out some of the zombies first. This is my town. Lesley picks up a freezer he'll need to keep his fish extra frozen. Revisits the totally empty police station, then smashes a window to get his hands on some ketchup. Yes, really, this guy loves ketchup. You vandal, Lesley. Reach through the smashed window, grab that ketchup. Nice. He kills some more zombies in the general neighbourhood, looks at some buildings, then raids Milk and More, which does in fact have milk inside. Tasty milk. Tasty milk in a can. Special milk. And then he heads back after a successful little day exploring, looting, adventuring. Lesley feels pretty good. On day 116, Lesley continues work on the new gatehouse. His hands are red raw from all this manual labour, and the poor guy is losing weight fast. Lesley prepares a big fat lunch, finishes a bit of work on the wall, then has a cigarette and admires the foundations of his new home. Nice. It's looking good, Lesley. It's looking good. Have a cigarette and admire your handiwork. He rearranges some of the cars in the yard and moves the extra trailer to act as temporary storage. Before he even realises it, it's 7:30 and the day is almost over. Like an idiot, he decides to do some work on the wall in the dark, and almost dies in the process. Oh my god. So almost got a bite out of me. That sign to go to bed. Go to bed. Put the planks down. Go to bed, Lesley. A little shaken up, he doesn't go back outside again until the next morning. On day 117, it's more of the same for Les. He finishes most of the work on the outer gatehouse wall, then wanders towards the river to see if he can scavenge for any winter pickings along the river. He runs into a group of zombies, deals with them, and heads back to the fort with almost empty pockets. Lesley did find a single raw potato, which he stands in the middle of the road and eats, because he's a freak. He's hungry now, so let's just eat this raw potato. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Lovely, delicious raw potato. Scrumptious. Right then. Later on, we try to fatten him up, but if he eats too much, he instantly needs to crap himself, so we try and take it a bit easy with his fragile body. Severe pain. Sorry, Lesley. I'm trying to fatten you up. That's the issue that we're having. On day 118, it's off into town to clear new areas, find delicious loot, and generally see what Riverside has to offer. It's actually a blessing. Draws all the zombies towards me, which is what I was kind of hoping for. It's not that many, is there? Really? This zombie slaughter continues for some hours before Lesley can finally loot the buildings. All he finds is some toothpaste, which he does need because he has a disgusting mouth. But it's all for the satisfying checking of the map that he does it, for the love of those delicate little crosses that mean he is slowly taking control of Riverside. Nice. Little neighbourhood cleared. Lesley heads home for a cheese sandwich, then puts up his new Spiffo sign on the gatehouse. Hello. Now the cheeky little guy, cheeky little squirrel, raccoon, chipmunk, beaver, whatever that little creep is there to welcome you every time. Well, it doesn't look like much. One day this is going to be a bustling metropolis of Lesley. Just one man, living by himself. Just before bed, he starts salvaging the vehicles in the yards for bits of metal, and as the sun sets, Lesley finally puts together his first metal workbench. Civilization is returning to Fort Margaret. Good night, Lesley. Sleep well, my angel. Day 119 is one of the coldest days of the year so far, and winter has well and truly arrived. Thankfully, Lesley is wearing about 48 layers of clothing, so if anything, he's still a bit sweaty. He decides that this freezing day is the ideal time to head into Riverside again and tick off some more satisfying crosses. For the entire day, Lesley kills zombies, loots buildings, and makes cross on the map. He is a simple man of simple pleasures, and he's rather enjoying his new life of semi-stationary living. He drives back to the fort and falls asleep. Perfection. On day 120, Lesley goes into psycho mode. I'm not entirely sure what happens to him here, he just loses it. He seems to have a bone to pick with the lumpy green shits that roam the streets of Riverside. Lesley is going to hack them all to pieces, every single last one of them. Cue the chaos. Lesley then stands in the centre of the absolute bloodshed he's caused and yells his head off into the void. Beautiful. Lesley's first musical number. He walks calmly into the food mart, literally soaked in human filth, and rummages through boxes and shelves to pick up his prizes. There's just a few more zombies in the street, and he needs to take a rest on the sofa in the furniture shop and scoff down a quick tin of tuna. After a few more zombies lay slain in the road, Lesley decides to head home for the day. His swinging arm is sore. He relaxes before bed, then falls asleep, and dreams of blood. On day 121, Lesley's up very early before the sun has risen. Fueled with a new righteous anger, he drives back into Riverside, blade ready. He kills zombies, loots some buildings, marks more of them off the map, and then manages to bite off just a little too much to chew. Rather than deal with the horde, Lesley jumps in the truck and heads back to the fort to grab his gun. Shotgun in hand, Lesley starts blasting zombies to pieces. It's the most fun he's had in weeks. It's so much fun watching the zombies explode into watermelon chunks that he loses concentration. Whether he gets a little sleepy, a little lazy, whatever it is, Just watch. Yes, Lesley is scratched by a zombie. Not a bite this time, thank God, but terrifying nonetheless. He even managed to trip over as he tried to escape their bloody fingers. Their revenge for him blowing up so many of their undead mates, he reckons. Lesley is obviously shaken up. The wound from the zombie is a reminder of his mortality, even if it heals just in a couple of hours. For too long, he'd been coddled inside Rod's warm belly. This is the real world, Lesley. Wake up or die. Lesley, understandably, gets totally and utterly wasted. Rather than spend any more time out in the big scary world, Lesley does some work around the base to calm down. He starts by chopping down trees, laying the foundations for a new shack, and generally practicing breathing techniques to calm his shaky nerves. While he works on his humble shack, the helicopter reappears over his head. And now the helicopter is actually a pretty big problem. Lesley can't just drive away. I mean, he could, but he decides not to. He stands and fights in the gateway to Fort Margaret and fends off waves of zombies. He is not afraid. One single zombie scratch isn't going to stop him. This is Lesley goddamn Stump. After another day of intense fighting, protecting his home this time, Lesley lies down on top of his snails and toys and smokes a cigarette. He then falls into a deep sleep, quickly. On day 123, Lesley clears out a few stragglers and then begins to strip down the various zombies in the gatehouse. The leather, denim and fabric will all come in handy later. Lesley finds the whole thing pretty gross, which says a lot for a man that frequently puts snails on his stomach. Lesley continues work on his humble shack, a new beginning. Zombies keep interrupting his work because he still doesn't have a gate, so he takes a moment to clear the perimeters of the fort. The day passes in a blur. He works all day on day 124, and finally the shack is complete with walls all around. He tidies up a bit of the camp as well. Then he builds a little fire and a chair for sitting on, so he can chat with David over the flames. Lastly, he places down a metal shelving unit and the freezer from earlier to add a bit more life and functionality to the growing fort. As the sun sets, he sits in the chair next to the warm fire and thinks about everything. About Rod and his journey across Kentucky, about David and the snails, and he thinks about the zombie getting a scratch out of him. Life is ultimately futile out here, but he will continue surviving for as long as he can, because what else can he do? On day 125, Lesley is back at it. First he builds a bookcase, fills it with books, then feeds David a rotten fish. He's back to his normal squelchy self. Put this rotten fish on the floor. We'll give it to David to eat. Here you go, mate. Some mushrooms for David as well. Gonna lose his mind on those. Careful, mate. They're strong. Strong, strong, strong. Lesley is feeling a bit sad. Not sure how. Look how amazing his life is. Just look where he lives. And so he does a crossword with David the gnome. Going to do the crossword. He's going to ask David for help when he can't remember words. Lesley hasn't really spoken to anyone for several months. Read until 10 PM, Lesley. Tomorrow we're going back out into town. Today we're going to hook up the generator to the petrol, I think is the idea. No, Lesley, we are not going to hook up the generator to the gas station because you forgot where you put it, you absolute dunce. What have you done with it, Lesley? Is it in here? No, it is not in there. Lesley has lost the generator. Idiot. So, with no generator, we head out into town instead. Maybe we'll find one in the wild. When we arrive in the area to clear out today, we kill the ghost of Michael Jackson and get to work looting and tooting all these buildings. I have to admit, there is nothing interesting here. I will just show you the best bit. The crosses. They were having a party. The end of the world. Oh my. Oh my. Hello, guys. No. Oh, the spear animation. Okay. That's enough of the spear. That's enough of the spear. After that near miss with the spear animation, Lesley swaps to the axe and clears out more buildings, with more satisfying crosses. Then he returns to Fort Margaret with his new prizes. A flamingo, a painting, and David number 2. Lovely. Gunshot outside. A little bit spooky. Maybe that means there's more survivors though. Ugh. What a horrible, horrible day. The weather outside is truly atrocious on day 127. Winter is fully here. It's got no roof on this place. The little house is flooding. Problem is that I can't put a roof until I know how to build stairs. Which is, unfortunately, quite a way away. When the rain lets up a little, Lesley wants to clear the area just a bit more, so he toots the car's honker and waits for the zombies to turn up. Splashing in the puddles, he does his dirty work. Oh lordy, they coming. So many of them. Calm down for a second and have a cigarette, Lesley. And we'll read for a couple of hours before bed. Day 128 and Lesley is back out into the town. There's very little to see here, but have a look at the map of the area he's cleared so far. Wow, it is absolutely horrible out here, isn't it, Lesley? Let's get home. To Warm Rod. A lovely hug from Warm Rod. Your automated emergency broadcast system. Wonder if Lesley will hear anyone on it. Lesley falls asleep with the radio on and listens for the sound of a human voice. He hopes there's someone else out there. Anyone. The warm crackle of the radio soothes him to sleep, but he doesn't hear a voice. Not even a whisper. On day 129, Lesley's life changes. Forever. He wakes up bleary-eyed after sleeping in the chair all night. On the faint, chilly wind, he hears voices. No zombie growls and guttural chewing. Real human voices. Except these are not friends. Fort Margaret is under attack by a bunch of hammer-wielding maniacs. Little do they know that Lesley Stump has got the goddamn finest aim in Kentucky. Run, Lesley, run! Messed with the wrong guys, man. Sitting ducks. Watch the zombie eat him, Lesley, you sick bastard. Oh. Oh my goodness. That is horrendous. Oh, he had a fresh apple on him. Grab that. There we go. Murder a bunch of people and eat an apple. Classic Lesley Stump. Lost in the bloodshed, Lesley is shocked when the carnage is over. The first people he's seen in several months, and he murders them all. Without thinking, every single last one of them. Messed with the wrong people. Messed with the wrong Lesley Stump. What a nutter. Oh, there's still a raider here. Just admiring my car, I think. Oh, he just killed the zombies. Yes, go on, Patrick. Maybe we can be friends. Or maybe I have to shoot you in the back of the head. I am terribly sorry about this, Patrick. See ya, buddy. A little shaken up, about the raid on his new home, Lesley jumps in the dodgy truck to see if he can find anyone else nearby. Time to clear him off his land. A little bit shaken up by that, are you, Lesley? Was a little bit intense. Let's head out and see if gunshots brought anyone closer. Once he's in town, he can't see anyone. It's pretty quiet. So Lesley does what Lesley does best. Get down and dirty, looting some buildings. The house is looted, but no sign of any other human life. Lesley returns to the lonely fort. Awfully quiet here. Lesley's going to go and talk to them on the radio. Hopefully someone can hear him. Anybody out there? My name's Lesley Stump. I have a lovely smelly RV for you to come and stay in. Anybody? Anybody out there? Nothing. Such a delightful offer to come and live in Lesley's smelly little RV. Cooking a delectable fish stir fry with wild garlic and tomato paste. Once again, you eat so much that you're in pain, Lesley. Useless man, honestly. There must be other survivors out there. They attacked me with sticks, the freaks. Lesley starts day 130 by giving David a leopard print bikini. We will also give an offering to David. Here. To my lords, my lieges, my gods. Davids. My sweet, sweet Davids. Then it's off into town to clear out the hotel, which has nothing of any use inside. Nothing again. Not sure there's anything here, Les. We'll find you some food somewhere. Didn't bring any with us, did we? While exploring the town and clearing buildings, Lesley finds an absolute beauty in the car park. Oh, we can add armor to it. Oh, hell yeah. Considering it's actually in pretty good condition, you know. Started first time as well. You're coming with me. He takes his brand new best friend, we'll call him Roger the Range Rover, back to base. I love how the balloon sticks out the top of the car. Such a nice touch. So I'll have half this stir fry, Lesley, and we'll have a little nap. Alright, well, Lesley's actually pretty knackered. Middle of the day. So we're just going to read for the rest of the day. We're going to take this day nice and easy. Lesley has spaghetti bolognese straight from the oven on day 131, and we face a dilemma. Lesley is losing weight, but if he eats too much, he gets sick. That's 73 now. He eats too much, he hurts himself. What am I meant to do, Lesley? You're losing weight, man. But if you eat too much, you get hurt. Absolute freak. What am I meant to do? Just eat loads of snacks, I guess. Alright. Exactly what we're going to do. Anytime you'd just fill you with chips and chocolate. That'll make you fat. Right? With his new diet plan in place, he heads out once again into the town to see what he can find. Wary at all times of angry survivors. Lesley took one look at slim tax accounting and became severely depressed. There's no accountants left, Lesley. It's fine. They can't hurt you here. What there is, on the other hand, is a bunch of tools. Lesley really thought he was going to find someone. But hasn't found anyone. Has to be a survivor here somewhere. Has to be someone. Alas, Lesley finds no one and stops in the middle of the street to drink some maple syrup. Supple on that sweet Canadian teat, Lesley. Still losing weight. How? How am I meant to address this? Because he's living a much more active lifestyle than he's used to. He's usually just sat in the RV doing absolutely nothing. And then, while raiding the toy shop, collecting toys and crayons, Lesley loses his absolute mind. Oh my god. I think she was our friend, but I just instantly attacked her. Sorry, Linda. It was a moment of blind rage. I thought you were a zombie. I think she hit me, though. I think she smacked me. She did. don't think she's particularly friendly. Hello? Oh, she's not. Right then. That was very nice of you, Linda. I'm going to leave now. Maybe next time I see you, you've chilled out a little bit. That was just a moment of pure panic from Lesley. She just sliced her right in the head with a... In a moment of total madness, Lesley attacks the first friendly face he's seen in approaching 5 months. Poor Linda. Lesley, what are you playing at, man? Now he's got an infection and has to wrap his injured hand in his dirty socks. Bandage your dirty hand with a dirty rag. See what this lady's got? A scrap sword. Yes, please. We're taking that 100%. That was worth stopping for. Now, you've rubbed your dirty socks in a dirty wound on your leg. So, let's just get home and sort this out. Sorry about that, Linda. Maybe in another life, we could have been friends. I just randomly sliced you in the head. I'm very sorry about that, Linda. It's the first person that Lesley's seen alive in the entire apocalypse. And what does he do? Instantly attack her with a machete. I guess that isn't a completely unfounded reaction, to be honest. Wow. What a long and bizarre day that was, Les. Get you inside where we can clean up that wound. Come on. Pour some bourbon. Pour some bourbon on me. What a day. Now he's depressed. Honestly, you need a beer after that. I reckon you're just going to imagine that Linda wasn't a real person and then that she was, in fact, a zombie. Lie down. Go to sleep, Lesley. Go to sleep. Throw the bottles on the floor. Lesley's lost his mind. See if we can go find Linda again. Can't believe I just attacked the first person I've ever seen in the apocalypse. Or ever, but... Lesley wakes up all flustered, chucks some bottles on the floor, then rushes out to try and find Linda again. He really wants to say sorry. It's cold out today as well. I just ripped my socks off so my feet are getting all chilly. Something else to keep me warm. Bloody cold. Yeah, we could wear this mask. That's really going to make Linda want to be our friend. Just put on this ghost mask and... Oh yeah, perfect. Really going to help things, isn't it? Oh man. He knows full well that Linda isn't going to want to be his friend, so Lesley turns to alternative measures. Instead of Linda, we'll make friends with this mannequin, won't we, Lesley? Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We can put a hat. We put a hat. We put a hat on her. Lesley is literally living like a tramp. Look at all this rubbish on the floor. We got a fedora that we can put on her head. Yeah. Oh. Maid hat and stockings. Oh, and oh, yes. Let's just dress her up as a maid. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Amazing. Lesley, you are a creep. Let's pretend we didn't see or hear any of that. He heads out in the truck once more. Linda, I'm coming for you. Where are you, Linda? Sorry that we got off on the wrong foot. It would be excellent if we could be friends, Linda. Oh, Linda. Oh, Jesus. Linda. Where are you, Linda? Right. Where did we see her run off to? Down here? Linda, I'm friendly, I promise. My name's Lesley Stump. I live in a smelly little van called Rod. Hello? Linda? That you? No. I mean, we did attack her with a machete. I can see why she might not want to come and hang out with us. Hello? Linda? Oh. There's a lot of zombies here. I hope she didn't get eaten. Maybe she lives in this caravan. I wonder if this is where Linda lives. Doesn't really seem like it, does it? Linda? Linda is nowhere to be found, but Lesley does spot a Gigamart, and boy oh boy, does it have some goodies inside. Get out of here. Hello? Hi. Hey, calm down. Hey, mister, come back. Hello. Hello there. Hello. My name's Lesley. Nice to meet you. My name's Lesley Stump. The first person I've met. Well, actually, that's... Wait, I'm not... Wait, I hear zombies. Don't worry, I'm an expert. There's hundreds of them. Martin, there's 2 guys. One's wearing a cowboy hat. How have you survived this long? What weapon are you even using? Oh, it's a baseball bat. Come on then. Come with me. Martin. Now, I know I'd be trepidatious too. I mean, look, I know, look at me. I look like a insane person, but me and you, Martin, we're going to change the world. Come on. Hey, look, there's a guy there, but it's okay. I'll look after you. See, easy as that. 1, 2, 3, bosh. We kind of look like we could be brothers, Martin. I just need to check these shelves over here, okay? Because I didn't finish looting yet. Oh, yeah, so much food. What would you like for dinner, Martin? Never cooked for anyone else. Usually I just eat sort of piles of slop. Let me take you back to the fort, Martin. Tell me about yourself, my friend. Interesting. No, I haven't met anyone else. Not even a single person. Not one person. No way. You're the first one I met for 100%. Yep. Yeah, I've got a little place where we can hole up, actually. I can't wait for you to meet my friends. Yeah, you could say I'm the mayor of Leslieville. Yeah. That's what we all call it. Yeah, all of us. Leslieville. You're going to love it. It's beautiful. You're safe with me. Yeah, I've just got to fill up the truck. 1 sec. Let me take you back to Fort Margaret. You're going to love it, Martin. You're going to love it. Slow down? Okay, fair enough. I understand. We survived quite a long time. There's no need to drive at 70 miles an hour, is there? Welcome to Fort Margaret, Martin. Martin. Do you mind if I call you Martin? No, you don't like that? Okay, then. Welcome home. And so Lesley Stump is no longer alone. Martin is his first friend. And Lesley puts him immediately to work. Less friend, more like benevolent leader, dictator, boss man. Gather all the wood up. Okay? Get to work. Whilst you do that, Martin, I'm going to cook you a lovely dinner, okay? Oh, it's going to be great having an extra pair of hands. Extra pair of hands about. Oh. New plushies. Let me just check on Rod's battery. Wow, Rod is looking a little upset, isn't he? Don't worry, Rod. Martin is just a friend. Put my new plushies down. We've got the flamingo, who looks demented. We've got Buffyfoot the bunny, who looks demented. We've also got just a regular old toy bear. Doesn't even come with a name or anything. Lame, but... Lesley isn't all mean though, so he heads out to try and get Martin a bed. But he doesn't deserve a big one, just a little one, which Les accidentally breaks anyway. So Martin's going to sleep in the tent, and he better enjoy it, otherwise... No, nothing. Lesley is a nice man, of course. Ah, it's snowing. Beautiful. Oh, we didn't get all of it. Lesley, you snapped it in half. I guess Martin's going to sleep in the bed with me. Okay, fair enough. He can sleep in Rod. It is snowing, and I would like some warmth. Come on, buddy. Come sleep in my van. What did you say? Do we have any warm clothes for you? Let me just have a look. I can give you this cape. We could be Cape Brothers. The founders of Fort Margaret. Come here. Oh, yes. Yes, Martin. So Lesley retires, alone, to Rod, and reads a comic book with the soft sound of the snow falling outside. For the first time in several months, he will fall asleep calm and safe, knowing that sweet Martin is outside, meandering around in the freezing snow, then snuggled down in a nice warm tent. Lesley is no longer alone. The next few days of Lesley's life are full of heartbreak, destruction and loss, and plenty of underwear and a couple of fresh apples. Morning, Martin. How did you sleep? Bloody cold out here, isn't it? Glad you didn't freeze to death. On day 133, Lesley is up early in the thick snow to boss Martin around, who is proving to be a bit of a nuisance. Martin is so frazzled, which is understandable, that Lesley has to show him how to cut down a tree. Yeah, we're getting there. I know, your brain is totally frazzled, Martin. It has been, I imagine, probably quite a horrible journey for you. Nice, we got there in the end, didn't we, Martin? Excellent job. Hopefully that will keep you warm, because it's absolutely freezing out here. To keep them warm, he farts a fire in the middle of the camp. Suddenly, it feels like a home. Martin has no desire to stay warm though. He washes himself in the ice-cold rain collector. Les does some work around the fort, like put up these lovely shelves for goodies. Just as everything feels calm, here they come. Once again, those bastards in the sky. The helicopter returns, the evil eagle of the sky. Martin looks a little panicked, but Les stands in the middle of the fort and scowls into the sky. We're gonna be just fine. I'm gonna look after you. Little does he know the absolute chaos that is about to unfold. People screaming in the distance. Someone's perished to the helicopter, it seems. We need a big sign that says, "I hate helicopters." Rain falls and melts the snow. Freezing rain. And Martin and Lesley huddle by the fire while the helicopter circles overhead. Lesley, feeling empowered and brave, and showing off a little bit to Martin, heads out in the truck and starts beeping the horn. Oh God, Lesley, what have you done? Lesley is quickly overwhelmed. A normal clearing procedure has gone completely out the window. The zombies swarm everywhere. God, good aim, Lesley. Oh, that guy needs help. There's someone there being chased. Oh God, he's being ravaged. Oh my God, it's total chaos. There's so many zombies. Oh God, what is happening? Oh shh. That is a lot of zombies. Oh my God. I think the fort is compromised. Martin? Oh God, I think Martin's dead. Oh no, the fort is compromised. We need to get out of here now. Rod, I'm so sorry. Lesley makes a break for it. The fort has fallen. The fire flickers. Martin stumbles from behind the trailer, covered in blood. He looks pleadingly at Lesley, but it's too late. Martin, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Martin. Oh no. The zombies are thick on the gate, a wall of flesh. Oh my God, it's compromised. The fort is compromised. We must leave now. I'm so sorry, Rod. I'll come back for you. Lesley managed to escape Fort Margaret in Roger the Range Rover. The fort has fallen. Martin is most certainly dead. There isn't much fuel in the car, and it's cold and growing dark. Lesley's heart is beating fast. We gotta go. We gotta go. Oh no. What a disaster. He drives to the river and manages to snatch some sleep until 4:20 in the morning. It's freezing outside, but there isn't enough gas in the tank to turn Ranger's heater on. He heads back towards the fort, unsure of what he will find there. We have to rescue Rod. I'm pretty sure Martin has been eaten alive. I'm so sorry, Martin. I led you into danger. I hear shooting. I hear shooting. Might be leading them away. They seem to be going in the other direction. I hear shooting. I hear shooting. It made me jump. There's someone out there. Hello? I hear shooting. Hello? Oh, they're raiders as well. Oh God, what a terrible, terrible time. Let the zombies eat them. Let the zombies eat them. Or let the raiders take care of the... Oh God, what is going on? It's absolute chaos. Lesley's peaceful life has been utterly destroyed. He races past the raiders, through the horde of zombies, to see if Martin and Rod are still okay. The front gate is completely ruined. With little regard for his own life, Lesley needs to save his friends. He jumps for Roger and whips out the machete. We can kill them. We can take them out. Come on, Lesley, we've got this. We need total focus. Okay. There's another survivor up there. Lesley, your world has just been transformed. Eric, come here, I need your help. I know. We don't know each other. How can you trust me? It's gonna be okay. Oh God, there's Martin. There's zombie Martin. Martin, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you kill him. I can't bear it. Oh, thank God. I'm so sorry, Martin. I'll remember that you're here. I'll bury your body, Martin. Right, follow me. There is a bunch of zombies down here. Yeah, there's a ton. Sneak. Sneak, Eric, sneak. Take them out little by little. Oh my god, Eric, you're a machine. Behind you, behind you, behind you. Yes, Eric, you're an absolute badass, Eric. Come on, Eric, let's deal with the rest. There's a big group down here. Eric! Oh my god, Eric. I love you. Give me a little kiss. Mwah. Right, there were a group of raiders down here earlier, Eric, so just, yeah, they're still here. No, Eric! What is going on, Lesley? You've turned into an action hero. What happened to your quiet life on the road? Hmm? Eric just took a shotgun to the face and now he's chasing them down with his sword. Oh god, I think they killed Eric. Right, the one with the shotgun's dead. I think they killed Eric. I don't want to shoot you. I will if I have to. What a massacre, Lesley. What have you become? Daniel? Would you shoot an innocent man? Yes. Yes, I would. Oh, yeah. Another massacre. Eat another apple. Oh my god, what is going on? And so it is done. Lesley has protected his home, but all his friends are dead. Martin, eaten by zombies. Eric, blasted to pieces by a raider's shotgun. But our little Lesley Stump, the mayor of Leslieville, king of Fort Margaret, lover of Sweet Rod, is still alive. He takes a breather, then goes to collect Martin's body. One of these, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. He shoves him in the back of the Range Rover and places him down next to a wooden cross. Lesley doesn't own a shovel, so he can't dig a grave, and he hopes that the birds don't pick Martin's eyeballs from his head. I'm so sorry, Martin. Place your cloak with you, and we'll smoke a cigarette in your honour. Lesley gives David the gnomes their offering. Perhaps their lack of underwear and toys was the reason for this chaos. Then heads out to deal with the last wave of zombies. As he backs up, he bumps into Lynn, who is apparently a hostile little weirdo. But there has been enough bloodshed for today, so Lesley lets her go. He also takes a moment as the light dies to replace some of the walls of the gatehouse. Barely a gate. But at least it had distracted the zombies for a moment, allowing him to escape. Eventually, after the longest day of his life, it is finally time for sleep. Sleep sideways on your bed, you strange little man. On day 135, it's time for a reset. He washes, eats, then makes a plan. A base turns out to be very risky, and he'd love to get the bus up and running, but he's out of propane. So he jumps in the truck and heads down to where he'd marked it on the map. He spends the rest of the day looting various buildings, and compared to the past couple of days, this is an absolute walk in the park for our little Lesley. Nothing to report here, other than that he does find a generator in a shed. He heads back to base and calls it quits on that quiet day. On day 136, Lesley begins by working on the Range Rover, and through the fence he hears a small shout. Oh, there's a guy here. Hello, Roderick. Hello. Wow, you look like a soldier. Roderick, a man dressed in full army gear, puts his hand through the fence and asks if Lesley has any food. Lesley, considering that all of his friends just died only yesterday, invites Roderick in right away. Roderick's initial behaviour does not bode well for the future of their friendship. Why are you so moist, Lesley? Hello. Right. Let's grab the generator. Wow, we have achieved basically nothing today, Lesley. Except make a goddamn mess. Eventually, after much faffing, Lesley does get his act together and heads out to refuel at the gas station. Oops. Rotting corpses. Quite horrible, isn't it, Lesley? Oh well. What the hell was that? Oh, it's... I thought it was some kind of ghost. Hey, Roderick. Commander Roderick. How you doing, buddy? Soldier, huh? You at the military checkpost. Yeah, I saw. I've been through there. Chaos, huh? While Lesley refuels the truck, Roderick keeps watch. Even though he doesn't have a weapon, he looks like the kind of guy that could punch a zombie's teeth in. Once they've got the fuel, they head into town to pick up the other truck. Roderick apologises because he doesn't know how to drive / has forgotten. They'll have to tow the other truck back. Yeah. You alright, mate? What you doing? Why are you showing me the inside of the car? You okay, man? Would be nice if you could just jump out and drive the other car. Oh. Oh. And Zombie's watch is going off. Something quite harrowing about that. The eternal alarm. Buzzing forever and ever. Cheery. Yeah, I know, Roderick, very cheery. Lesley Stump is a very cheery man, you see. Lesley welcomes Roderick to the base. He seems unfazed by the piles of underwear, garden gnomes, and the mannequin dressed as a maid. The poor man just seems glad to be alive. Go chop some wood whilst I'm asleep. I'm tired now, so I must depart. Ah. Good morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, Lesley. Yes, comrade. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Rod and Roderick. Get to work, my little friend. There's an axe there for you. No, not going to use the axe. Going to bash the trees down with your metal pipe, are you? Alright then. Lesley and Roderick seem to be getting on just fine. It's Lesley's new desire to clear out the majority of Riverside before moving on. Roderick has been whispering about some sort of military base. But before that, it's back to bashing and looting. We're going to take the caravan with us, just in case we want to use it at any point. Rather large group over there. Not sure what that building is either, actually. It's the school that Lesley is a bit confused about. He kills a few zombies outside, then stands at the doorway and shouts his little head off. Shout into the darkened hallways. His voice echoes along the tiles. The school is pretty horrible and sad inside, so Lesley doesn't linger any longer than it takes to clear every zombie in the place. He does stop to grab a couple of pictures first, of course, then it's back to base. Pick up the children's drawing. It reminds Lesley of the old world, the fact there might never be another child. Ever again. Not actually that many houses left. We've cleared off a huge portion. Like almost half of the whole town we've looted. Kind of crazy. He says hello to Roderick, who is still busy doing pretty much nothing, it seems, then goes to sleep. Little pair of little red underwear for David. Number 3. There you go, buddy. Day 138 is much the same for Lesley Stump, at least to begin with. He heads out in the truck to continue adding beautiful crosses to his map, covering all of Riverside. Then he bumps into Paul, who is reluctant to join Lesley at first, but when he sees the badger-loving, balloon-carrying nutcase dispatch a group of zombies with a machete, he changes his mind. Lesley may be insane, but he knows how to slice a zombie. With Paul on board, Lesley spares no time in telling him all about just how fucking crazy he actually is. So, actually, these are offerings for my friends called David. If I don't give them toys, they get very upset and bad things happen, actually. Heart Spiffo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get very upset if I don't bring them toys. Yeah. Ah, there's an Amazona down there. Have you encountered these people before? Look, she's got fresh pancakes on her, mate. And a juice box. And 2 fish. And some eggs. And a spear. And matches. And a bra. Oh, look at all this rotten food, Paul. I know. You stare longingly at those donuts. Sad, isn't it? Oh well. Good God, what happened in the donut shop? Why is it full of naked zombies? Someone coming, Paul. I'm putting a plant in my bag. Can you please watch my back? Yes, Paul. Give me a high five and a little smooch. Mwah, good job. What is this place? It's packed with zombies. Your mouth is a little dry. I can give you some water. He stole my canteen. He stole my canteen. Paul. That's my favourite canteen you just robbed from me there, and I don't know how to get it back. I'm sleepy though, so let's get home. Yeah, now I'm thirsty. Yeah, of course I am, because fucking Paul stole my canteen. Lesley and Paul get up to some goofs and gaffs, including Paul stealing his favourite canteen, and then it's time to head back. Les puts Paul on wood duty because of the canteen incident, then heads to bed. And so the fort is reborn, with Lesley, Paul and Roderick getting to know each other in Lesley's strange little world. As Lesley drifts off, he dreams of the buzzing digital watch on the zombie's arm, lying in the street, the eternal alarm. At least now his life has some meaning, some purpose, and he's excited to see what adventures he goes on with the lads. The next few days are full of hard work and more heartbreak, plus a shiny new home on wheels for Lesley to enjoy. The day begins by spotting weird little Lynn creeping around outside the base. There's Lynn again. She's just sneaking around. I can see you, Lynn. Dweeb. Hello, Davids. I have more offerings for you. I brought you a cube. I also bought you a toy bear. Little teddy bear picnic. I also bought you 2 toy cars. He hands the Davids his offerings, just to be safe that nothing goes horribly wrong in the next few days, then waits out the atrocious weather by doing basically nothing for the rest of the day. The wind howls and the rain falls on the soggy Fort Margaret. He hears whispery voices on the wind and tries not to listen to them. Wow, it is... Lesley, go back inside. The weather is atrocious. Roderick, Paul, make sure you snuggle together in the tent, okay? I'm going back indoors. It's absolutely miserable out here. He's going to sit in Rod's warm belly and eat fresh pancakes whilst watching television. I mean, come on. Living the dream. Eats so many pancakes that he's sick. Beautiful. I'm going to go to bed a little bit earlier, mate, because I'd like you to get up and go tomorrow, providing the weather's nice, of course. Yeah, and it's snowing. It's going to be bloody cold out there, isn't it? In the cold, dark morning, Les convinces Roderick to come with him into town. The promise of the warm radiator in the car is enough to get the old commander on the move. Together, they drive into town and encounter their first set of zombies. What do I do? Just relax. I thought you were a hardened army vet, Roderick. After dispatching those zombies, exploring a mysterious building, and then facing off against some more zombies, it is quite clear that Roderick is in fact not a hardened army veteran at all. Lesley is pretty sure he's made the entire thing up and is only wearing the uniform to trick unsuspecting survivors. Okay, it's going to get busy, Rod. To be fair to Roderick, he has found himself alongside one of the craziest humans still walking the earth. Badger-loving Stump, mayor of Leslieville, who drives into zombie-infested streets and honks that gorgeous honker all night long. Calm down, Rod. It's okay. The snow melts in pretty miraculous fashion right before his very eyes, and then Roderick disappears from view. Lesley cleaves his way through the rest of the zombies with the sturdy crowbar, then looks for his new friend. Rod? Where did he go? Where did you run off to, buddy? No, Rod, I'm coming. Stay. I've got you. Nice, Rod. Great swing, buddy, great swing. People are iron, rice is steel. You okay? Did you get bitten? I'm just going to have a little rest here, Rod, whilst you do the dirty work, if you don't mind, buddy. Back to it. Careful, Rod. Careful, 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 careful. Any soda? Get me some. You're thinking about soda right now, mate. It's all fun and games until it gets a little bit hairy. Okay. That was a little sketchy. Be careful, Rod. Be careful. No, Rod. Rod, no. Oh my god, I think Rod's just been eaten. Run, Rod, run. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Rod, run. Come with me. No. Roderick, get out of there, buddy. Just run. Just run, mate. Just run. Roderick is like the living incarnation of Smelly Rod the RV. Fantastic, but sort of useless at the same time. Rod, come to life. Rod number 2. Rod the successor. It's pretty busy here. Careful, Rod. Keep moving, buddy. Oh. There's another guy there. He's not friendly, though. You going to help us, Duncan? I have a gun, so... Oh, God, he just got bitten. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's being ripped to shreds. Well, at least that's a good distraction. Roderick, did you just get bitten? Oh, God, I think he... Careful, you just pushed me into the zombies, Rod. Roderick, where are you, buddy? He's still here. He's still here. You got this, mate. You got this. Nice, mate. Nice. Nice. I think that's Duncan, isn't it? Sorry, buddy. Right, should we go home, mate? That was a little bit much, wasn't it? Come on, then. Let's go home. So, Lesley and Roderick drive back to Fort Margaret. Roderick sits very quietly in the passenger seat and stares at the blood on his hands. Lesley says nothing to his friend because he understands how the man feels. There is a little base invader waiting for them when they get back. An absolute nutter who just runs straight into the fort. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, Deborah. I've got a goddamn gun. Stop chasing Paul. Get out of our base. She's using a badminton racket. Using a badminton racket. Well, that's never going to go well, is it? Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah. Sorry, Deborah. Very sorry. Don't have time for nonsense. Okay. I think we're getting ready to be able to set out on another mission. Because this place sucks. Lesley and Roderick. Roderick has been telling Lesley about the presence of a military base, perhaps, that might have quite a lot of juicy supplies. He knows where it is, and we need to get there in a relatively lightweight vehicle. So I'm thinking Range Rover and a trailer. Or, yeah, we sleep in the car. Or we take a tent, sleep out in the wild. Read a book and think about what's next for Lesley Stump. Out here and see what's happening. Good morning, Roderick. How are you doing, buddy? It's time to get this bus up to speed. Day 141 is rife with conundrums. Lesley wanted to renovate the bus, but he thinks ahead to the windy woodland road that Roderick has described as the secret entrance to the military station. This makes him second guess the choice to take the 40-foot long, bright yellow school bus. He decides to take the Range Rover and the caravan instead, which he assumes will be slightly easier to maneuver. The next couple of days are literally spent salvaging vehicles, repairing the Range Rover, and doing loot runs into town. He also spends some time upgrading the armour on the car. At the end of all of Lesley's hard work, the caravan looks a little like this inside. Ah, look, it's so cozy in here now. Amazing. We're getting really close to being able to go. It's all happening rather quickly. Oven, sink, fridge. That's all we need. Some storage, not very much. We just need to get together what supplies we need now. Our first plushie on the bed. This weird little mole guy. Perfect. Of course, the snails must go on Lesley's bed as well. Gonna celebrate leaving the fort temporarily with one warm beer. He's a little bit tipsy before driving. It's not recommended, honestly. Paul, I wish you good luck. Who knows if we'll return. If we're not back in 2 weeks, then we're dead. We've been eaten by zombies, and the fort is all yours. Say goodbye to the Davids and the rest of the friends. We're going to the military base. On day 143, Lesley and Roderick are ready to head out, finally. They're ready to see what awaits them on the horizon. They're ready to see what's inside the military base. They're ready to see if either of them will make it back alive. The world has grown pretty gruesome in their absence. They weave in and out of the zombies on the road, and Roderick once again sits quietly in the car. He looks a little frightened behind those reflective aviator glasses. Lesley doesn't mind. He's brave enough to look after the both of them. The zombies seem attracted to the road, like some part of their brain remembers that this is the way that they were trying to get to before they were eaten. Dreaming of the road out of Louisville, out of Kentucky, out of Knox County. Roderick's telling me there's a little farmhouse that we could stay at for the night up here. Roderick informs Lesley that he stayed here in this farmhouse on the way to the fort, but that more zombies might have crawled in since he was gone. There's the farmer himself. Certainly looks like a farmer. Roderick is apparently desperate to get inside. Apparently doesn't want to be too far from Lesley's side at any time. You're right there, Rod. Really rattling the door, buddy. I'll let you in. Come on. I hear another zombie somewhere, but have a little sup on my canned pineapple. I'll save you half the tin. And then, when Lesley least expects it, when he is at his most unvigilant, his most lazy, his most brain farty, it happens. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't get eaten, but that is too close. What did it rip? Oh my god. I'm okay, Roderick. I'm okay. I just didn't see her. I wasn't focusing. I didn't see her on the left. I just saw the one in front of me, Roderick. Yeah, I know. Come on, let's get some sleep. I'm absolutely knackered. Thankfully, the zombie missed his neck, his arms, and ripped right through the cloak around his shoulders. Roderick is shaken up. Even Lesley, who has been through this before, falls asleep in the back of the caravan with the sound of the zombie bite echoing around his brain. They get up early on the next day and drive in the dark through shambling freaks, through Doe Valley, a hotbed of the undead. No need to stop here. Lesley powers on. The powerful Range Rover flattens the corpses into road dust. Roderick complains that he's a bit hungry, and Les tells him to shut up, like he's a child. Stop in this little compound for lunch. Hopefully it's not too busy. Quite a few zombies out here. Just a few too many though, hey Roderick? I'd rather not deal with this right now. Whilst I'm hungry and thirsty. Find somewhere quieter. Just about. Squeaky moment there, but... God, that is a lot of zombies. I'm good, thanks. I don't think we should deal with that. No, Roderick doesn't either. Only just escaping the swarm, they stop a little further down the road and share some lunch. Roderick is very quiet, even more than usual, but he slurps on some tinned pineapple nonetheless. Lesley pats him on the shoulder and tells him everything is going to be okay. He'll look after him. Just get me to the fort. They drive further towards Rosewood, and the zombie numbers grow and grow. Lesley tells Roderick that they're going to stop at Rosewood Prison first, as he's pretty sure they have an armory there. Roderick does not want to go to the prison. It's dark, rancid, full of zombies, a horrible place. Les doesn't listen, and they approach the main gate. Let's move in. Quietly. Right. Roderick, I know that in these situations sometimes you can panic, so stay where you are. Okay? Don't cause any issues. Just hide behind that wall and I'm going to take care of them. Lesley tells Roderick to stay where he is, lay low, and wait for him to take out the majority of the zombies outside the prison. This goes to plan until a zombie bumps into one of the cars on the lot. The alarm rings out across the barren expanse of concrete. Zombies shamble from every direction. Car alarm going off over there. Oh no. That's going to draw a lot of zombies to it. It's going to pull them all out. Oh, Roderick, we're going to be able to see how many we're dealing with here. They pour from the prison like hot tar. So many. Oh, I'm coming, Roderick, I'm coming. Hold on, buddy. They also come from the woods, and they are quickly overwhelmed. Careful, Roderick. Roderick, no! Roderick, you're surrounded! Oh no, Roderick, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh, he is getting absolutely munched. Roderick shouts his name. A blood-curdling scream that Lesley will never forget. But he races away. Then skids to a halt. He needs to get his friend's body. He gets out the rifle and starts firing into the horde, but there are just too many of them. There is nothing left of Roderick now anyway. He must save his own life. Lesley goddamn Stump, getting all his friends eaten, one by one. And a hugely unsuccessful mission so far. I think we need to be more prepared. It's pretty obvious that they were unprepared for this type of mission, and now Roderick has paid the price. Lesley sighs. He's going to need more friends, more guns, before he can handle groups like that. He will return to the fort and rebuild, restructure, and gather a loyal group around him, arm them with weapons, and then finally attack the military base. If he survives that long, of course. Get me out of here. I'm so sorry, Roderick. He got ripped to pieces, savaged in front of my eyes, surrounded and munched on. Oh, stop and have a smoke, Lesley. Oh dear. Roderick. Dead. Roderick fell at the gate. The military base is over here. He managed to mark it on his map for me before it was all over. It's a long road to get there for it to be swarming with zombies. Need more prep. We need a team. We need to assemble a team. Good night, Lesley. Ah, hello. Be awake in the caravan. Early morning. Let's get back to base. She goes through the fuel, doesn't she, this old beast? Lesley Stump wakes up on the 1st of December on a cold morning and has to refill the Range Rover. He has thoughts of Roderick eating a cheese sandwich in the front seat, talking about his old life, and the shiver of the wind goes through his bones. 1st of December today, Christmas time. Oh, sorry gang. Excuse me. Oh, sorry gang. Excuse me. He makes a slow and slightly desperate crawl back to Fort Margaret through the hordes of undead that roam the streets of Doe Valley and the empty frozen fields. It's busy out here, isn't it? Why are there so many zombies out here? What are you all doing here on this empty road? Where are you all trying to go? Strange freaks. Come on, Range Rover. Just worm your way through this horrible place. Seems relatively peaceful here. Stop for a snack. Lesley stops for a truly delectable snack on the quiet country road. Have a carrot and salt sandwich. Hello, my darling snails. You okay in here? After his snack, he powers on a little further, then stops for lunch in another quiet spot. Let's put some oops, shouting his head off in the back of the caravan. Let's put these underwear on Moley. Lovely. He puts some underwear on Moley the mole and then pours himself a cup of beer. Lesley eats his lunch sat in the middle of the road under the slightly warm sun and drinks to Roderick's memory. The air smells fresh. For a moment, he forgets it's the apocalypse at all. Eventually, he does make it back to the fort and says hello to Paul, who has been carving out a small life for himself amongst the detritus of the fort. Yes, he's still here. Hello, Paul. Hi. Roderick is dead. You okay, buddy? Ah, home sweet home. When Lesley returns, he takes a look at the dismal Fort Margaret. It is a sad sight, and he promises to do more for the memory of his late wife, and Martin, and Eric, and Roderick, and every other dead soul in Kentucky. Then it's time for a new plan, to set out once again in Rod, old, trusty Rod, reliable Rod, to clear the remaining houses in Riverside, to really put his mind at ease that the surrounding streets full of dust and bones were truly empty, every single last building. So I think the issue is that we need to clear out all of Riverside, and we're getting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park up Rod like over here and clear out all of these buildings, I think, is the plan. So let's just stock up with some supplies. Oh dear, I think his battery's gone flat. Sorry, Rod, we let you... Oh no. His battery's gone flat. Rod, hang in there, buddy. Yeah, he's got don't have a battery charger either. So let's replace it with a battery that does have power in. Yes, Rod has sadly turned numb. His battery is flat. But it's okay, we pillage a battery from the Range Rover and Rod hums back to life. So take the battery out of the Range Rover. We're going to breathe new life into you, Rod. We're going to give you CPR. Battery CPR. It's okay, old boy. We'll look after you a little bit better now. Okay then, let's head out now. Paul, you're just going to hold down the fort just a little bit longer, okay, buddy? I'm taking Rod out for a spin, like the good old days. Oh, excuse me, buddy. Go on, Rod. Me and you, on the open road again, buddy. Actually, we're going to need more fuel, so 1 second. Lynn, what are you doing out here, Lynn? Can we be friends? I doubt it. Hope you don't attack me or my base. Don't try and kill Paul. Oh, now Leslie's depressed. Took one look at Lynn and just got depressed. Paul, you're going to be okay without me, buddy? Yeah, everything's going to be okay. Let's go. I would take you with me, but it's just a bit of time for me and Rod, you know? Just one-on-one time, just like the good old days. Yes, Lesley is excited to get behind the wheel of Rod again, his oldest, most reliable friend. He just hopes that Paul will be okay and that they can return to the fort in a few days with bags of loot and bright plans for the future. I'm just going to camp out here on the road, I think, for this evening, get a bit drunk in the back of the RV because I'm depressed. Just do some catching up with Rod, you know. I assume we still have booze in the back of here. Whilst we're here as well, we'll probably cook something really delicious. Tomato sandwich, perhaps? Delicious cheese sandwich in the back of your favourite buddy? Has that cheered you up? No, so let's just get blackout drunk then, shall we? Lesley gets drunk and turns on the television, but it isn't the cheery escapism he was looking for. Excuse me. Yes, you have many rooms. Coming out of the rain, miss. I've just put Mother to bed. Come to the back room, I'll make you a sandwich. Oh. I'm Alfred. Alfred Yates. I'm Leah. You have a room available? Oh yes, quite a few, since they moved the old highway. My, you certainly have quite a few stuffed animals. Taxidermy is my hobby. I love stuffing things. Crows, foxes, whatever dead things I come find. Splash as Leah gets in the bath. Oh god, it's a horror. Lesley, you sure you want to be watching this? The door squeaks open. Intense violin music. Screams, stabbing noises. Oh, Lesley, this isn't going to cheer you up. Oh, Mother, what have you done? Oh, good. Well, did that cheer you up, Lesley? No, didn't cheer you up. Lie down, have a cigarette and your best buddy, and sleep. Two old buddies on the road again, heading out on day 146 to return to peaceful Riverside, an area that Lesley has already killed many zombies in. Whoa, it's going a little bit too fast over those bodies. Slow down a little bit. Got how powerful Rod is. Just gonna stop here because there's a bunch of cars here and I reckon I can get some engine parts, and Rod needs a little TLC under the hood. Lesley stops to salvage some engine parts from vehicles because Rod has certainly seen better days. 100% engine. Beautiful. How you feeling, Rod? You feeling better? Yeah, he's looking great. Look at his little face. He looks very happy. Nice one, Rod. Right, let's park in here then. It's time to return to something that Lesley finds immensely comforting. Picking through the remnants of many forgotten people, finding treats in cupboards, guns in wardrobes, and all sorts of other lovely bits to clutter Rod's belly with. Pickles. I'll eat them now. I'm a little bit picklish. I think we can have a bath. Lesley travels through some sort of space-time continuum and has a bath in under 2 seconds. Lesley's stinky. Whoa, super fast bath. Just take that all off a second and have a look at your... We'll take off this big combat armor as well so we can see your beard. Whether you need to shave your beard. I mean, I think you look pretty good. You look pretty nice, Les, so... Black frilly underpants. Must take those, of course. I would be foolish not to, Lesley. You love cheese sandwiches, don't you, Lesley? The sound of the rain falling on the decking outside. Very peaceful. I like Riverside. Feels safe here. Whoa, missed my swing. Careful, Lesley. Kind of want to take this black fancy chair with me because I'm going to want somewhere comfortable to sit on Christmas Day. Lesley is looking ahead to the future. Eat those dry crackers in the rain. Dry crackers in the rain. Sounds like a lovely jazz song. Desert Eagle. Nice. Stealthily clear out the buildings with our new pistol. He finds a new pistol, and it's safe to say he goes a little wild with it. Oh, nice shot, Lesley. Nice shot. Nice stuff, Lesley. It's going to cause a little bit of a nuisance, but that's okay. God damn, Lesley. You're a monster. I love it. I absolutely love it. You're a little bit drowsy, so we'll take it nice and easy. Cheese and canned tomato burger. Doesn't that sound exquisite, Lesley? Lesley prepares himself a little rice dish for the morning, then sits back and relaxes. The gore of the zombies soaks into his bed, but he doesn't mind. In fact, he kinda loves it. It's a little dark, but should be fine. We killed a lot of the zombies, I think. Clearly, it's too dark in that house to engage with that right now. The morning snow, Lesley caves some heads in. Gonna wait till it's light before I go into that building, I think. On the frozen morning, Lesley decides to wait out the sunrise on the street before finally building up the courage to go inside. Sheriff in the cupboard. He's glad he did because he finds a fresh machete in the cupboard. So much underwear. What are you going to do with it all, Lesley? Build a shrine. A temple. Another David to add to our collection. David number 4. Come with me, David. You want to live. Pick up everything, Lesley. We're going to make the fort look amazing. As he's exploring, Lesley's old friends and evil overlords, the helicopter appears overhead. Does that make me a little bit nervous after what's happened at the fort? Yes, but also we're not at the fort. Hello? You bastards. You're back again, are ya? I want nothing to do with you. Nothing, you hear me? Come on then. You want to see a spectacle in the snow? I'll give you a spectacle in the snow. But where are all the zombies? Yeah, they're coming. Slowly but surely they're arriving. He's a little concerned that things could get a bit messy. Thankfully, the area is separated by rather large, impassable fences, which means most of the zombies get stuck. It's a relatively peaceful procedure to kill the 1 or 2 zombies that shamble over. Why can't you save me? You must have infinite fuel. A base somewhere safe. Why can't you just land and save poor Lesley Stump? What's he done to deserve this teasing, this torture? The more he sees the helicopter, the more he hates mankind. Feels more and more like a zombie. Can't you see there's no zombies here? You're achieving nothing. Land. There's plenty of room. Just land and save me. Hey there, country singer. See ya. Here's the machete. Just feels like king of the world. I mean, he is king of the world. King Lesley. King Lesley the First. Brimming with confidence, he even gives a little toot on Rod's glorious honker to get the freaks really riled up. The unstoppable force of zombies. It's the immovable Lesley goddamn Stump. As he's calmly slicing through the zombies, he makes a wild discovery. Oh my god, another RV. Oh my god, Rod, we found your long lost cousin. Look at the colour of it. Slightly off-white, egg coloured. Locked, of course. We found your goddamn cousin. Just make sure the area is clear, and then we can just appreciate the fact that we found Rod's cousin, the Eggmobile. There are still a few too many zombies around to get inside the Eggmobile, but Lesley can deal with that quick time. Zombies nearby, so we need to actually clear the surrounding area first. That's fine. Another alarm going off on a dead body. It's okay, Lesley. I know that sound haunts you, but it's just a clock. It's just a watch on someone's arm. Just smoke a cigarette, Lesley, and listen to the sound of the throbbing zombies. They echo around the building. And it's 6:30. We're a little sleepy. So we'll sleep in Rod, and tomorrow we'll check out Rod 2. Rod the second. With a slightly more eggy hue. This is the good life, isn't it? Isn't it, Lesley? You remember what it used to be like before you settled down? Just you and Rod, the open road, eating well, covering your entire life with detritus. Lesley wakes up early on day 148 and cooks himself pasta for breakfast. He loves to be inside Rod's warm and comfortable stomach again. You like to be filled up, don't you, Rod? Let's turn you on. Then he heads out, with torch in hand, to say hello to Rod's lady cousin. Rod number 2, good morning. The Eggmobile, the colour of undercooked runny egg. Hello. Can I have a look inside you? No, there's zombies nearby. Unfortunately, there are just a few zombies nearby in the barricaded house. It makes sense. These survivors obviously collected Rod number 2 and then barricaded themselves in with supplies to wait for everything to blow over a bit. One of them must have been bitten secretly, or their barricades didn't hold for very long. Lesley raids the place, gets some loot, then heads back outside to the RV. Oh. Nice reactions, Lesley. Nice reactions, my young friend. Good job. Good job. Alright, now can we have a look at Rod 2, please? Yes. Whoa. Hey, it's super nice in here. Wow, can you imagine? This is what Rod used to look like inside before we came along. Just gonna yoink these plants. Got a carpet. Oh yeah. Lesley steals the carpet from Rodette and places it in the original Rod. He's also not entirely sure what to do with the new RV, so he marks it down on the map and will keep it in mind for later. It makes sense for Rod to have a wife. Lesley will never marry again, but at least his bestest bud in the world can. And we will come back for you, Rodette, don't worry. We're not leaving you, we're just doing a bit more looting. We've got to clear out Riverside, remember? Before we can rescue Rodette, Lesley has a date with the machete. Wow, Lesley, you are kind of gross, man. Just tore through them. Lesley lets rip with that glorious honker one more time. You're telling me I can't shoot through this fence? Lesley's going to open some canned beans and stare at the zombies through the fence. Eat half a can of beans and stare into their dead, rotting faces. Lesley. With this spear, I should be able to poke them through the fence. Well, that is extremely satisfying. Game, can you please stop making that noise? I think Lesley's losing his mind. There's no zombies, buddy. Again. Lesley, is everything okay? He keeps getting jump scared at nothing. Perhaps the shadows of the undead lives he has ended are creeping up on him. A solid sign of his growing madness. And again. It's okay, Lesley. He's losing his mind. He spent too long staring into their dead faces. On the other side of the fence, he finds a woman stood there perfectly still with no expression on her face. Woman or zombie, Lesley can't tell. He tries to speak, but the woman stares at him, lifeless behind the eyes. Another casualty to the mental apocalypse. You okay? Are we going to be friends? Or do I need to poke you through the fence? Ow, she got me. She scratched my hand. She scratched my hand with her badminton racket. Oh, Fiona, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that, Fiona. You messed up. Lesley, you are a savage. I mean, she did hit you with the badminton racket, so all's fair, all's fair. The sound of the alarm is haunting him. Alright, you need a cigarette. There's not many of them left now. Nice shot. Nice shot. Wow, I think we've almost cleared them out, Les. Oh. You trying to sneak up on me with an axe, Christine? You can walk away, Christine. We don't have to do this. I'm just going to get in my RV because I'm feeling a little sick. Too many corpses around here, okay? Alright, Christine, don't follow me. Nobody has to get hurt. I just need to get out of here because I've killed so many zombies that I feel sick. Lesley has the early stages of corpse sickness, a redness in the eyes, a nauseous feeling. But it's nothing a handful of rose hips and a cold beer can't fix. He stands in the back of Rod and empties and reloads his weapon over and over again, whispering to himself. He's just going to practice reloading over and over and over again, whispering to himself about zombies' brains exploding, about eternal alarms ringing and ringing and ringing. He's fallen in love with his pistol. Beatrice. Beatrice, the name of their little Jack Russell. Yes, the Jack Russell that he watched be ripped apart by zombies in the garden. Yes, he will name his pistol after his long-dead, ripped apart Jack Russell, Beatrice. Lesley is literally going insane. We've crossed over. We've certainly gone past. There's a line in the sand has been crossed for Lesley Stump. He's losing his mind. Completely. He's so tired. He's mumbling to himself. Let's go to sleep. Lesley is getting close to completely clearing out Riverside, a safe haven along the river at last. First of all, though, he has to loot through a myriad of mansions and buildings, and rather than get too bogged down in the various items he finds, here's a reel of some of his finest moments over the next 3 or 4 days of pure, good old-fashioned looting. Good morning, Lesley. Let's get yourself some vegetable and red wine pasta for breakfast. The day begins as it will go on, with some lovely fresh underwear. Pink, frilly underpants. Well, we must simply take them. We must simply. MSR 700. Why are all the guns always in the kids' rooms? I assume this is a child's room because it's got a pause poster, which actually is perfect. I would rather like that pause poster. Building off. I would assume. Oh, that's a pretty car. Oh, that's quite a few of them in that cupboard. These must have been popular folks in the neighbourhood. Everyone came here at the end of the world. He eats a little too much, silly little Lesley, so we wait for his stomach to calm down and then go to sleep. His beloved pistol. Beatrice. Lesley decides to do some tailoring after the recent scrapes, bites and badminton attacks, and we realise something pretty peculiar about our hero. And we just remind ourselves that Lesley is still currently wearing a bunny girl bodysuit underneath all of his clothes, just so we are aware. He could do with a wash as well, his clothes are soaking. We'll give the gorgeous honker a little toot-toot in a second, just to draw them out, I think. All the zombies in town love Rod's glorious honker. Just love, love, love. That a hand fork in your stomach, or are you happy to see me? I made that joke many hours ago. Many hours ago, many years ago. Standard bra. No, thank you. We have much higher standards. Have a cigarette in the cupboard. Do you feel safe in there, Lesley? We encounter yet another unfriendly face in Riverside, and Lesley is beginning to wonder whether he's done something wrong. No one's very friendly in this world, are they? Lesley Stump is going to collect every piece of underwear in the entire county. Let's sleep on this bed, even though it is covered in stuff. Look at it. How could anyone sleep on that? Lesley Stump can sleep on that, and he'll enjoy it. Reload a little bit before bed. Sleeps with Beatrice now. Give it a little kiss. Mwah, 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 mwah. Sneeze on it. Sneeze on your gun, Lesley. 7:30. Let's go to bed. Pickles in the kitchen. You'll always find me eating pickles in the kitchen. You'll always find me eating pickles in the kitchen. A rainbow spiffo and 2 dolls. Oh, Lesley, you hit the jackpot. See you soon, Rodette. We'll come back for you, don't worry. The windows of the church look beautiful in the rising sun. Oh, hello. Lesley once again lets rip with the honker, hoping to draw the little zombie rats from their hidey holes. 80%, almost a full tank of gas. He finds a pretty sweet ride and can't help but go a little wild with it. He has to let his hair down every now and then. Looking for a little spin, see what she feels like. Hey, she's kind of nippy, you know. Do you like that? You like that show, hey miss? Yeah, well. Have a quick blitz around the block. Skirt. Come on, you losers, come on. Come on. He's just lost it. Lesley pulls out his rifle with the big scope on top and starts popping heads down the street. It's no wonder anyone who sees him tries to stay well clear or kill him with a badminton racket. Whoa, hello mate. Survivor Stephen, is it? Another unfriendly bastard? Get out of here. Be gone with you, Stephen. Get out of here, buddy. Yeah, you want more? I've just bloody shot you, Stephen. Stephen, I've just shot you, buddy. Get out of here. Idiot. Executed. Stephen charging at me with a saucepan. What a nutter. Don't you know who I am? Haven't you heard the stories? I'm Lesley goddamn Stump. Poor Stephen. It turns out that in a battle between a saucepan and a high-powered rifle wielded by a maniac, the rifle wins. This place is riddled with people. I guess they all heard the gunshots. Yo, what's up, Tyler? Why are none of you friendly, huh? Why do you all hate me? Yeah? Yeah, you want some? God, these people. Get out of here. Get out of here. Trust a man who stands in the middle of the street and drinks canned chili straight from the can. He gets into bed after a slightly manic day and reloads Beatrice before he falls asleep. Another Hotties magazine. Yes, Lesley. Someone has made a little fort for touching themselves behind the boxes. It would look maybe something like this. Yes, and you'd sit here and you'd read your little magazine. Oh, Lesley, you crazy little man. The soft rustling of the foggy wind in the trees. Sounds kind of peaceful, if a little harrowing as well. Lesley also likes to construct stories about the zombies he finds out in the world. This one is particularly sad. She'd knocked through 2 doors to get into her child's bedroom. Lesley is learning a lot about the zombies. Perhaps there is some part of their brain that remembers. I'll take her Annabelle Printbrow as a sorry. Wonder what he's looking for out there. Wonder what his name was. Wonder what his favourite type of beer was. Goodbye. What were you trying to get? Into your garage? Strange place to keep your chair. Okay, it's pretty dark now, so head back to Rod. Cuddle down for the evening listening to the howling wind. Really are making pretty excellent progress. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buildings left in Riverside, and then we've looted every single building. Wow, that's crazy. Excellent work, Lesley. We're gonna lie down. We're gonna go to sleep. Good work today, Lesley. Really stretching for the water there, Les. Lesley wakes up early and listens to some CDs rather than wander out into the dark. He waits it out until it's a little lighter, then takes Rod up the road until he bumps into this small horde of zombies shambling around the same metal door. Whoa. That is quite a lot of zombies there. Lesley practices with his rifle and clears out the zombies. Another hostile survivor hears the chaos and comes to investigate, and Lesley quickly puts the matter to rest. Oh, Lesley, you're getting to be such an excellent shot, buddy. He starts to get worried about the number of unfriendly folks he's seen around Riverside. That news might be getting out that there's a madman running around town shooting people on sight. Hi there. Oh, she's just charging right at me. Oh my god. Donna. What were you thinking? Oh my god, Lesley, you're a filth bag. He loots some more buildings and then realises he's only 4 buildings away from clearing the entirety of Riverside. He completes the last 4 buildings with no loot of any real value to mention, then honks the glorious honker to draw out stragglers. During the firefight, 2 survivors approach him, aggressive. This is the man they've heard about, the nutter with a green balloon and a badger hanging from his backpack. Whoa, there's 2 people. Kirsty and Ian, husband and wife. Just gonna let them walk on by. Yo, you don't wanna mess with me. Back up. Back up. Yeah, okay, walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Lesley returns to Rod and hopes that Kirsty and Ian don't try to mess with him during the night. He grabs a beer and sinks it. It's been a long day, and he is beginning to feel nervous in Riverside. The buildings may be looted and the zombies cleared, but there are enemies in the shadows. Sneeze on Beatrice, she loves it when you sneeze on her. He returns to Fort Margaret and instructs Paul to start collecting wood. They're going to expand, rebuild and add extra rooms and walls. He also does a bit of organisation. I know, a rare thing, but he needs to do it to make himself feel safer. You must give David our offerings of more underwear. Oh, just shouting his head off again. I guess he's saying, hello David, hello David, hello David. Like that. Lesley, you're an absolute monster. You really are. Just such a strange man. Okay, let's go and pick up as many planks as we can. Eric's body has completely decomposed. Nothing but the cloak remains. Oh well, rest in peace, buddy. He adds more floor to the first building, rebuilds the fences around the gatehouse, then reaches level 6 in carpentry so he can finally build a staircase. It's dark and cold, so he builds a small fire using some old flip-flops as fuel, then heads to bed. Ah, home sweet home. Nothing disturbing or creepy at all about any of this. Go to sleep, buddy. In the morning, Lesley gets to work constructing some new walls. The problem is Lesley's weight is decreasing fast, so he grabbed 4 cans of pop to hopefully inject some calories into his body. He finishes work on the new room and puts down some roof tiles and flooring. Nice, it's coming along brilliantly. Sit on the roof of your new building and have a cigarette. The fort. Fort Margaret. Once the roof is done, he builds a little balcony area to observe the fort from. Nice. It's really starting to look like a fort, Lesley. But you need to fatten up, man. That's the first thing we need to address. I think the cooking pot's in the caravan, so let's just really fatten you up. Should we rescue our snails? Yeah. Wow, there's even more stuff in here. Should we leave Molly in here? Yes, this is where Molly lives. Okay, so what we're going to do the next couple of days is literally just fatten Lesley up because he is getting so skinny. He's at 72 weight. No good. The building is semi-complete, but now we need to fatten Mr. Stump up. This is a pretty brutal procedure where I just cook stews and soup and force Lesley to eat them like foie gras. The back of the RV stinks of stew and human smells. Lesley falls into intense pain between eating sessions, but he has to eat. There we go, that is an enormous stew. Hopefully this will make us feel good. At least put some weight on. We're going to do nothing, basically, for the next couple of days until Lesley is at an appropriate weight. Yeah, we're going to do nothing, Lesley. We're going to sit in the back of the RV and you're going to read your book and we're going to fatten you up. That's literally all you're going to do for this entire day. You do need a cigarette though, so you're allowed a cigarette. I feed him stew. He feels sick. We rest for a moment. I feed him more stew. This is Lesley's life. He silently pleads with me. He whispers to his dead god, please stop feeding me, it hurts. But Lesley Stump needs to get fat. And you're going to eat more stew? This is what we have to do to keep you fat, put you in constant suffering and pain because your stomach's so weak and pathetic. Then I will. I will do it. Eat, Lesley, eat! Pour that boiling hot stew all over yourself, Lesley. Pour it into your pores. Pour it in your ears and your eyes and your nose and your mouth. Pour it. Soon as the stomachache has gone away, we're going to grab the soup and we're going to drink the soup again. Nibble by nibble, Lesley. Nibble by nibble. If this is what I have to do to combat your weight, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it, you little freak. Alright, now we lie down again. I'm sorry, this is kind of like, I feel like I'm torturing him. I'm sorry, Lesley. Can't have you dying because you turn into a stick. Okay, his weight's going up. We just need to repeat this just for a little bit longer. Oh no, Lesley. I'm so sorry, mate. Pleasantly hot. I've just realised as well, actually, that we're currently cooking with the satellite dish. Currently cooking with the satellite dish on top of the oven, which, Lesley, could cause. I also haven't been outside today. I'm locking you in this room until you get fat, Lesley. I don't care how long we have to repeat this for, Lesley. This is your life until you're fat, okay? I'll do it all goddamn night. Not feeling particularly hungry? Doesn't matter, you gotta eat again, buddy. And we place the stew back down on. And then we lie down on the bed, Lesley. And we read the book. And then we stand up, Lesley. And we pick up the soup, Lesley. Good night, Lesley. Oh, gunshot. It's all kicking off out there. Horrible scream. You just stick to your stew, okay, Les? I have no care in the world about what's outside. Lie down in your incredibly uncomfortable bed covered in toys and other weird shite. Read your book. Wait for the pain to go away. This continues for the rest of the day. I feel sorry for Lesley, and when he suggests he wants to get out and get some fresh air, he makes some plans to go fishing. He hasn't left the RV for a day or so, and it really is very smelly inside. So, he leaves the RV for the very last time. He takes the old truck out to go fishing. Just him and some maggots. A chill old time by the river. But Project Zomboid has other plans for our sweet Lesley. He bumps into Lynn. And the rest. Hello, Lynn. Well, you should just watch. I think it's just time to put you out of your misery. Oh my God. Lynn. I'm so sorry, Lynn. That was just brutal. Oh, and there's another one. Yo, why is everyone so aggressive? Oh my God, she's got a shotgun. Shoot her. Oh my God, she's got a fucking shotgun. Oh my God, she just fucking shot me. I'm gonna die. Oh my God, she killed me. No, that's so, oh no. Just like that, Lesley gets his comeuppance. I feel sick. I feel sick. Oh, Lesley Stump. Seems like such a horrible way to go. And that's life, I guess. You poor thing. You poor, poor little man. She got revenge on me. Oh dear. Didn't even get to see Christmas Day. His balloon. Dead in a bush. Died 20 meters away from his home. 20 meters away from Rod. Blasted to death by a rogue, violent survivor. Not ripped apart by zombies or by some stupid mistake, but someone angry with a shotgun. 2 shots is all it took. Paul. Look, Paul's on the roof over there. You can see my dead body. Probably heard the gunshots. And that's that. Lesley Stump is dead. Oh dear. Kinda hard to summarise my thoughts. He was a great little man, Lesley Stump. I feel devastated. Absolutely devastated. What a way to go. Wonder how long he'll lie there for. I mean, he hasn't turned into a zombie at least, so should have just run, should have sprinted away. Rest in peace, Lesley. Rest in peace. Lesley Stump died as he lived, in a pile, blasted to pieces by an aggressive survivor on his way to go fishing. A simple death for a simple man, but a man that touched many hearts. In a way, he knew he was tempting fate by going to war with the survivors of Riverside, folk who'd probably heard him shouting into the radio and came for help, only to be met by our mad bastard, our little lovable Lesley. In the end, it was his own confidence that got him killed, toying with Lynn, not keeping an eye on his surroundings. The perfect time for Deborah to sneak up on him and blast him twice with a shorn-off shotgun. This is Project Zomboid. In Project Zomboid, you die. Lesley is dead. Thank you all so much for watching. Lesley has transformed my channel and introduced you all to my content, and for this I am eternally grateful to the underwear sniffing legend. From Rod and Mrs. Badger and the Davids and all the other freaks that Lesley had collected on his Nomad adventure, it's a massive thanks. It's been an absolute pleasure producing this. I'm nowhere near done. There will be more stories, and I will see you next time.